Dr. Jampol's dedication to animals and his family's support in rural Michigan were highlighted in the incredible Dr.Pol, which brought veterinary care to life over more than 13 years. However, the show was not without its problems, as it was scrutinized for legal disputes, disagreements on moral veterinary procedures, and ongoing criticism of certain techniques that were featured on the show. Despite being incredibly successful and running for a very long time, the show ceased in 2024 after 24 seasons, leaving fans devastated and in quest of answers. Join us as we uncover the real reason for the cancellation of the incredible Dr.Pol. The incredible Dr.Pol has won over viewers' hearts since its premiere in 2011, emerging as a global cultural phenomenon and a touchstone for animal lovers everywhere. The program followed Dr. Jampol and his associates as they negotiated the challenging and often unpredictable world of veterinary practice in a rural part of Michigan. It offered a thorough understanding of a field that requires technical know-how, sensitivity, and compassion, along with perseverance. In contrast to other well-produced reality series, The Incredible, whether it was treating cats with severe injuries or pulling calves during difficult births, Dr. Pol was not scared to face the unvarnished reality of veterinary medicine. The program makes little effort to steer clear of the show's emotional and soiled aspects of the topic. Dr. Pol was able to engage a wide range of people with his directness, especially those who were interested in agriculture or working in rural areas. Furthermore, there is no denying the series' substantial educational value. Every episode focused on real-world challenges faced by veterinarians, urging viewers to become more knowledgeable about the welfare and health of animals. Families all throughout the world held the program in high regard due to its ability to amuse families while also teaching them proper pet and animal care. The incredible Dr.Pol became into more than just a television program after 24 seasons. For those who were interested in animals and wanted to work as veterinarians, it was a trustworthy source of knowledge and inspiration. By introducing new cases and team members, the series was able to keep its sense of novelty during its long run, ensuring that viewers didn't lose interest. Together with his family and staff dynamics, Dr. Pol's upbeat demeanor and commitment to animal care created an engaging story that deviated from the typical reality television approach. The Pol family started experimenting with new storytelling techniques in the last years of The Incredible Dr. Pol, most notably with spin-offs like The Incredible Pol Farms, which debuted in January 2024. The original show's traditional format, which focused on the clinic, was altered by this series, giving Charles, Dr. Pol's son, and his family more attention as they worked to turn 350 acres of undeveloped property into a farm that could actually produce food. The decision to launch a spin-off was probably motivated by the family's need to expand the breadth of their on-screen story, as opposed to the first series' emphasis on the veterinary clinic. Through their incredible Pol farm, the Pols were able to illustrate all facets of rural life, including agriculture, clearing land, managing animals in agriculture, and other associated duties. After seeing the new series, viewers gained a better understanding of the challenges and rewards of leading a sustainable lifestyle. It seemed like the police department was looking to the future and prioritizing new projects over sustaining the long-running series because of the spin-off's success. Millions of people were caught off guard when the channel announced that The Incredible Dr. Pol will be canceled after its 24th season. The final episode of the beloved series was shown on July 6, 2024, signaling the series' conclusion. There won't be any more The Incredible Dr. episodes. Without considering more significant changes in viewer preferences and the actions of the entertainment industry, it is impossible to understand Pol. Over the past 10 years, the reality television industry has experienced a substantial upheaval, primarily due to the rise of streaming services and the increasing need for original content. Even popular television shows like The Incredible Dr. Pol are subject to these kinds of demands. Networks like Nat Geo Wild are seeing more competition as a result of the abundance of wildlife and documentary content offered by streaming behemoths like Netflix and Disney in recent years. Because they appeal to a diverse audience and offer unique programming, traditional cable shows are able to sustain their success by leveraging various platforms. As a result, networks sometimes prioritize newer, contemporary projects that appeal to the current audience, even if doing so means canceling already popular shows. Furthermore, there is now greater competition in the veterinary reality television market. Programs like Dr. Jeff, Rocky Mountain Vet, and Dr. Oakley, Yukon Vet on television offer a variety of viewpoints. It's possible that some people will stop watching Dr. Pol at this point. Despite the series' sustained success, its length might have made it more challenging to draw in new viewers in a crowded market. Nat Geo Wild probably intended to reallocate resources to programs that would be more competitive in this constantly shifting climate when he opted to cancel The Incredible Dr. Pol. However, despite its enormous popularity, the show did have its share of controversial moments. The Incredible Doctor is regarded as one of the most significant arguments. The person who was engaged in the case was disciplined by the Michigan Board of Veterinary Medicine due to claims of professional negligence. In 2014, it was discovered that Dr. Pol had violated multiple veterinary standards. As a result, he was placed on probation and fined $500. In the aforementioned event, Dr. Pol was criticized for doing surgery on a Boston Terrier without the proper surgical clothing and for failing to provide the patient with proper anesthetic monitoring. The board's decision led to a greater focus on the professional and ethical standards of veterinary practice that were demonstrated on the show. Critics claim that these kinds of scenarios could misleadingly inform viewers about the best practices in veterinary care. On the other side, Dr. Pol's supporters claimed that his unconventional approaches were useful and appropriate for the rural environment in which he operated. In 2015, the Michigan Court of Appeals reversed the disciplinary action. The court noted that the pet's owners were happy with the result and found no proof that Dr. Pol had violated the standard of care. Even though Dr. Pol's method was appealing to many because it was simple, it also raised questions about how reality TV can affect the public's perception of morality and medical norms. Another ongoing controversy relates to criticism and audience complaints over the show's treatment of animals. Several people have reported that certain events included instances where animals were handled in what seemed to be a hasty or insufficient manner. For example, some people have mentioned cases where procedures seemed to lack proper follow-up care or diagnostic tests, suggesting that these actions might jeopardize the safety of animals. Animal rights activists have occasionally expressed their criticism of the program, claiming that it puts convenience ahead of thoroughness. According to them, depictions of animals in this way have the potential to justify the application of minimalist methods for animal care. However, the show's supporters emphasized that Dr. Pol's treatments were modified to accommodate the needs of rural patients, most of whom had access to costly or skilled medical care. To ensure that animals received any therapy at all, they needed Dr. Pol's ideas, which were both practical and resource conscious. The challenges that were faced during production are another factor that could have contributed to The Incredible Dr. Pol's abrupt ending. Schedule planning and the logistics of on-location filming are two of the major issues that arise during the production of a reality show like The Incredible Dr. Pol. After more than 24 seasons since the show's debut, these expectations probably have taken a toll on the cast and production team, especially on Dr. Pol, who is 82 years old. Dr. Pol's age and the physically taxing nature of the veterinary profession are significant factors to consider. Even while he is still passionate and committed to helping animals, it's probable that the pressures of filming, combined with his daily responsibilities at the clinic, have become more challenging for him to handle. Following the cancellation of the series, Dr. Pol continued to support his family's new ventures while focusing on his health and well-being. Despite these difficulties, Dr. Pol's legacy has remained mostly unchanged. His creative approach to veterinary care and his steadfast dedication to spreading awareness of the value of animal welfare have left an enduring impression. He guarantees that his contributions to the field will be valued for their authenticity as well as their success by choosing to step back from the main series. The loyal viewers of the show expressed their sorrow and sympathy when it was revealed that the legendary Dr. Pol would no longer be broadcasting. Viewers turned to social media to try to save the show, using hashtags and petitions to show their support. Many viewers said they were happy with the program, such as the fact that it had stories that were emotionally stirring, informative, and amusing content, underscoring its role as a show that was appropriate for families and motivated generations. A lot of people thought the show was more than just a TV show. It served as a source of education, inspiration, and consolation. Due to its demise, there is currently a void in the veterinary reality television genre. The Pol family has reassured their supporters, however, that their journey is far from over. Through spin-offs, digital material, and continued community engagement, they are continuing to tell their story to the globe. Dr. Pol placed a strong focus on gratitude and optimism in her heartfelt farewell to ensure that the series' spirit lives on. The program will always hold a special position in the history of television because of its unparalleled impact on veterinary education and rural storytelling. The knowledge that the Pol family's commitment to animals and storytelling is still alive and, well, albeit in fresh and intriguing ways, gives fans comfort.